Welcome back to America Salutes. I'm Milt Schoen, and for this segment, our guest is Neil Krenz from the Brooklyn Park Vet Center. And Neil, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
Okay. Well, I spent 12 years in the Army National Guard. I was a captain in the field artillery after 5 years of being an enlisted man, and I separated in August of '08. And I've been working for the Vet Center for nearly 5 years.
Very good. If I'm a veteran and I want to be served by the Vet Center, could you tell me what campaign ribbon or what would qualify for me for services with you?
Eligibility for the Vet Centers, any combat ribbon that you have.
And I think they're up on the screen now.
Yeah, so there's part of the eligibility. Also, if you are seeking services for military sexual trauma, we don't require you to be a veteran of a combat era. And also, we do bereavement counseling, and you could have lost a soldier in the National Guard. It doesn't have to be a combat veteran. And otherwise, you can call us, and we can pretty much lay it out for you who's eligible.
Very good. And I know that counseling is an integral part of what you do, and I think we've got a slide on that, and maybe you can...
Yeah, well, we do a wide range of readjustment counseling, and readjustment counseling means more than just mental health counseling. Readjustment counseling is the wide gamut. Of course, we do military sexual trauma counseling, we do marriage and family counseling, we do PTSD, anxiety, depression, we do bereavement counseling, as I stated earlier, but we also do non-clinical counseling, employment. We refer veterans to county veteran service officers to get claims filed. I facilitate a number of wellness and recreation groups, which brings veterans together, promotes social activity when veterans tend to isolate, and these fun activities bring them out and promote social activity. They get them talking to one another, and all of a sudden their self-esteem rises. You can see that they smile more, and they feel like they're a part of something again.
And maybe you can tell us a little bit about the history of the vet centers, because
Sure.
During the Vietnam era, not everyone felt accepted by the VA, and I told you the story of when I got out of the service, going into a post and having my hair over my ears, which in those days was long hair, and somebody telling me at one of those posts that I wasn't a veteran, and
Right.
I was out the door.
Well, vet centers were actually established by Vietnam veterans in 1979, when it was recognized that a lot of the Vietnam veterans coming back were struggling with readjustment issues, whether it be family, whether it be the America that they came back to, not accepting them, being just downright rude. And veteran-to-veteran counseling, veteran-to-veteran talk therapy is effective. I know that when I got back from Iraq in 2006, I was going through issues with marriage, family, with employment, and I wanted to talk to somebody, and I didn't want it to just be anybody. I wanted it to be a veteran. I wanted somebody to understand maybe some of the challenges that I was facing, and I found that through the Vet Center and seeking help, from a Vietnam veteran.
And it's a place where people can ask for help and get it, and sometimes that's difficult for veterans who are trained to be tough and warriors and to
Yeah.
be concerned about people besides themselves, but to ask for their specific needs to be taken care of can be difficult.
You're absolutely right. And the warrior mentality is I can tough it up, I can suck it up and do it myself, and I don't need any help, and it's a sign of weakness to ask for help. We're really trying to minimize that stigma where it's, nobody comes back from a combat zone unchanged. And, even if it's something, like employment or maybe you're having intrusive thoughts or nightmares, we can help with that. We really want to make it known that it's okay to ask for help and that it's completely confidential. And that's one of our biggest things. We keep things completely confidential, not only from the VA Medical Center, but from if you're still serving in the military, we keep that confidential from your unit as well.
Right, because I know at the beginning of our most recent conflicts, there was a lot of concern from National Guard and Reserve members. They want to complete their 20 years, and if they have certain conditions, will that impact their career? Will they be able to get to their 20 years?
Yeah, and that's a big concern amongst those that are still serving. And that was a big concern of mine coming back. I was a lieutenant. I was in charge of 60 people, and I needed to know that what I talked about was going to stay there. And certainly they kept true to their word. I was able to be an effective leader, be more of an effective leader, because I received the help that I needed, and it stayed completely confidential so that I was able to do more schooling and not get red flagged for promotion, that sort of thing.
In our last moment, or last minute here, maybe you could say something. You told me about some of the special groups that you've got, and you could finish up by listing your address, and we'll put up the phone number for our viewers.
Sure. We have a number of different groups that we invite into the Vet Center. One of the groups is the LGBT group that we, with the elimination of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell, we've got a lot of LGBT veterans that are coming forward, and they want to meet with people to kind of go over their challenges as they move forward. We have a Buffalo Soldiers group that is specific to the needs of veterans of color and the challenges that they face. We have a Vietnam veterans group that meets, and then some of our non-clinical groups. We have a golf for vets group. We have a guitar for vets group that gets together. They have 10 free lessons and they get free guitar. And then we have yoga and all sorts of...
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, to finish up, you're located in Brooklyn Park where?
The address is 7001 78th Avenue North, Suite 300, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, 55445.
Very good. And for America Salutes, I'm Milt Schoen, and I want to thank our viewers for tuning in today, and we hope that this program has been informative.